We're going to be rating each of the games based on 5 different criteria. That criteria is the combat gameplay, character building, the character designs,
Exploration, my favorite.
exploration and just world design, and the story. And we're going to be giving them each a rank 1 through 10. And this is completely arbitrary and subjective. It's our opinions. Don't take anything we say seriously. This is not an objective discussion about which game is actually better or not better. This is just
How we feel.
and what we like about each game.
Yeah.
Okay, I have my handy dandy notebook right here. ZZZ Combat, what out of 10 would you give it?
Eight. 8 out of 10.
Okay, Persephone gives ZZZ 8
What do you give?
out of 10. I give it a 9
Why do you give it a 9?
because that's my favorite combat. It's
I mean-
super satisfying.
It's my favorite combat as well, but I just have skill issues, so.
The reason it doesn't get a 10 out of 10 is because I think they still need to balance some things like the units. Like Ben is awful.
Oh yeah, Ben is fucking terrible.
And
Like,
Seth is okay and Caesar is broken.
yeah, like, I feel like the tower, like, if you don't have Caesar, then you're fucked. Like,
Yeah.
to get to certain levels, and I don't think that's actually fair.
Yeah.
Like, they need to balance that shit.
They just need to work on balancing some things. There's one criteria that I thought of, and I thought it was an interesting one, like the character building. How difficult or how easy or is it to build your characters? Because the reason we play gacha games is to pull fancy new characters.
Right. And build them.
So, as far as character building, what would you rate ZZZ? I wonder if we should replace that with UI, because the UI is really good.
Well, you can add UI to the criteria. Character building, like, I feel like on my list, as far as the 3 games, I think for me, I like to build in Genshin. Genshin is 1, ZZZ is 2, WuWa is 3 for me. I don't know how to rate that. Like, I feel like it still could be better. Maybe 7 out of 10.
I think ZZZ is the easiest to build a character in, and I think their UI is so good that makes it an even more pleasant experience.
You know what? You're actually right. ZZZ is easier to build a character in because in Genshin you have to go like fucking get flowers and like kill treasure hoarders and get the overworld boss drops and what else is there? Get gemstones.
But I don't want it to be easy.
Yeah.
I'm a masochist. I want it to be difficult. We play a game and we want it to be challenging because
Yeah.
if it wasn't, then we wouldn't play it at all. Like if it was just, then we would be bored. So I kind of like struggling.
Yeah. And I think that's my problem with why. So, like, what I'm like, I feel like ZZZ is kind of falling off for me because there's the parts of the games that I like, it's not that much in ZZZ. And it feels like they're going more towards just like
Combat.
logging in, doing like getting
Fighting.
coffee, scratching up a card, and going to fight.
Yep.
And there's nothing else to it.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 for building characters.
Okay. And I gave 7 out of 10. What's next on your list? Character design. Let's pull up your character menu.
You want a glass of nitro fuel?
Peak.
Okay.
That's why
Bernice
she's the first one.
is probably the best one.
You have
This
complete support.
is actually not that good. And that's why I wasn't going to pull her to begin with.
I agree. She just got big old titties.
That's about it. Like, this shit is mid as fuck.
Yeah.
It's very basic.
Touch me
That
too.
shit is weird.
Okay, but it's not bad though.
Like, just don't put the whole shark up her ass. And it would be fine. Juice is pretty detailed.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's not an ass shot. Oh, they don't even have any ass shots.
Nah.
Yeah, Ju is pretty good.
Like,
Okay.
yeah, her uniform's interesting and detailed. Like, look at Yanagi, look at Ju's uniform. Like, it's very bland. Go to Jane. Like, okay, so her outfit is actually pretty basic.
My research subject.
She's just hot. Like, she's like, wow. Like, yeah, that's hot.
Yeah.
That's hot.
Yeah.
But her design is actually like
You talking about her outfit?
like her outfit. What are we calling a design? Is it the figure of the character?
It's everything. It's the whole thing.
Like
It's-
Jane is hot as fuck, and all of her little animations that they do right here, sexy.
All right. So character design.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need
I like
something? My
ZZZ's
services
character
are-
design.
You want to test
Okay.
my hammer?
They get a damn near a 10 out of 10. I don't know.
Wow.
Yep. I'm giving them a 10.
7.5
Okay.
out of 10.
This is all abstract. By the way, it means nothing. We just want to rate shit for fun.
For funsies.
Exploration and world design. We don't have to talk much about that because it's almost non-existent in ZZZ. I'm going to give them a 4 out of 10.
I'm giving them a 1 out of 10.
Okay. 1 out of 10.
I want to give them a 0, but I can't be too mean.
UI, we added that. They're getting a 10 out of 10 from me. What do you give them?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like they should. Yeah. Their UI is pretty fucking good.
Yeah, like the way you can just dismantle things and it's perfect. Almost perfect.
First
You
negative.
guys, Chewy, AD, what game should we play next?
WuWa or Genshin? Chewy says WuWa. And AD, WuWa.
Okay.
Save the best for last. That's correct, Chewy. We didn't talk about the story in ZZZ, and I think that should be talked about.
So, future us here, we felt the need to come on and revise our ZZZ story scores because what you're about to witness was recorded before the 1.4 update, and the story in the 1.4 update was pretty good. Yeah, it was pretty good.
It was pretty good.
We hated on the story, the ZZZ story, a little bit too hard. And yeah, then we did the 1.4 update and we were like, wow, this is really, really good. So my new and revised score is going to be a 7 out of 10. And Persephone's is...
A 6 out of 10.
But regardless, the end result of which games we prefer still end up in the same order.
Yeah.
So back to the video.
Yay.
Okay, let's talk about the story.
I think it could use some work.
Yeah?
I don't think it has that much depth at all. Like, I like to watch the lore. I like to get into the lore. ZZZ, it's mid. So, 3 out of 10.
I'll just parrot what you said and also give them a 3 out of 10.
If I haven't teared up from the story, then it's mid.
True.
Because I've teared up on WuWa and Genshin. A lot on Genshin. What was your notes? Let me see. It's more complex. You have several different gauges, meters, and the character's different abilities will do more or less damage depending on their forte gauge on Sergio energy. Let's look at criteria
May I
1.
pray for anything specific
Combat
for you?
gameplay?
Yeah.
It would
I know it's good. I know people will think it's good. Many people will think it's like the best. Just doesn't feel as polished. I don't know how to explain it. And a lot of it feels complicated.
No, it's like a lot. I mean, you wrote down a whole note. Like, it's a lot to remember. It's a lot of gauges, meters to follow.
I know some people will like it. Like they'll really like it.
Yeah. Well, just give me your rating
Um,
out of 10.
I feel like 6 is too low and 7's too high. Just
6.5?
put 6.
6.5.
Okay, I guess.
To be honest, I feel like I haven't done that much combat in WoW. Like, I don't remember it. Well, like, I have, but I agree with the complexity of it. I like to play games to, like, have fun and, like, get into the game's reality. But, like, it's too much work to remember all the fucking...
Right?
This gauge needs to fill up, and this forte thing needs to do this, and this needs to do that.
And then you need to do this skill and yeah.
Yeah, and you should do the burst before the skill. Don't level up this person's intro skill, but you should definitely level up this one. It's a lot. Anyways, I'm gonna give it 5 out of 10.
Yeah, Peony, for sure.
Peony said, I feel like WoW is a game for more hardcore players. Okay, as far as the character building criteria, what would you rate it?
I mean, I literally just got to where I can level them to 90. So maybe I'm not the best to speak on this.
I feel like it takes a shit ton of resources to level their talents. Like an insane amount. And then you have to use the same drops to level up their fucking weapons. It's a lot.
Echoes are so annoying. Talents are decent, but weapons take so much resources and you need 5 stars. Okay, well, I'm gonna give them a 5 out of 10 then.
Yeah. Honestly, I hate it forming for shit, so I'm gonna do 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Because it does take a long time. Okay, next is character design. Of course, she goes straight to Yinlin.
She's my favorite unit.
I know.
This is fucking peak.
I like her design. I like that she has like electro like things going down her arms.
Yeah, that shit's sick. I never even noticed that really.
Really?
We'll make new
You know what?
findings.
This is super mid too.
Yeah, it's a knockoff Nahida.
Would you like
Oh,
a
her
fun
skirt is
game
like looks like it's on
between the
fire.
two of us?
All right, so character design rating. Let's
It
go.
would be my honor.
No rush.
It's tough because
The impatient
Yinlin.
ones will fall right
But
into
other than Yinlin,
If we're like averaging it out as a mean,
I'll do my best.
I don't know. I like their characters though. Like
Would
it
you
literally
like
got
a
me to like
fun
come back and play the
game
game. I feel like.
between the
yeah,
two of
Camellia
us?
got me to come back. Like her trailer showed up on YouTube, and I was like, ooh.
What did I give ZZZ?
You gave ZZZ a 10 out of 10.
Then I'll give
'Cause you're a
WuWa
dude.
7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it 6.5. So let's move on to world exploration. Or is it world design or exploration?
It's both.
Both. Okay. It's definitely better than WoWa's for sure.
Haven't been playing it enough though.
But like I
recently.
explored a lot.
Yeah, you did. I did a little bit, like a okay amount.
I want to give it like a 6 or a 7 to be honest. I'm gonna give it a 7 for design and exploration.
Okay. I'll do the same then.
Copier. Next is UI. I find WoWa's UI slightly confusing and difficult to use.
Yeah, I think it's dog shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 10.
Time to wrap it up.
What about you?
Okay, 5 out of 10.
Generous. Okay, next is story.
Strike is
I think the story is actually good.
strike fast.
Yeah?
It made me tear up. I'm gonna give it an 8.5. What about you?
Or 7.
Why a 7?
Because it wasn't good enough to
There's no
keep me playing the game. Like if it was that good, I would have
Mm.
kept playing over ZZZ. I literally quit the game.
Right.
On to Genshin.
Genshin.
And immediately what I noticed,
Vibrant.
yep, vibrant,
Cool.
looks good.
Like, yeah.
Nuvi's,
Look at Nuvi.
Nuvi's weapon.
Nuvi's design. His weapon matches him.
Yeah.
Go to Kazuha. I mean, Kazuha's weapon actually doesn't match him.
At all.
No.
Like even
It's
a
weird.
little.
Like, why is that his signature?
It doesn't make any sense.
Shilonen.
Yeah. Her weapon is peak.
I want Shilonen ears.
I want you to have Shilonen ears.
Oh, look. Now she playing. Now she DJing.
Peak.
Alrighty. World and exploration. I'm already going to answer some of these. 10 out of 10. Except for Inazuma.
Well, then how can it be a 10 out of 10?
Okay.
9.5?
9.8.
9.8? Man, we're getting real subjective here.
Fine, I'll do half. Half off because of Inazuma. It sucked. What about you?
So, I think that recency bias is coming into play here because Natlan Exploration is so
Peak.
good. It's so good
Yeah.
that I think it's making us forget how shit some of the other exploration is.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree.
Let's fly.
I think it's the best.
So, what's your rating?
9.5.
Alright. What about story?
So I'm not as much of like a story lover as you are. I be skipping through some shit,
Yeah, I know.
but I do enjoy a lot of the Archon quests and stuff. So I guess maybe like an 8.
Time to say hello.
which is, I think I'm being generous.
Yeah, so like I feel like there's some really good stories, and then there's some like not so good. Like the Sumeru Archon quest.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, like, can we get on with this? Because remember, it was like a repetitive
The
dream.
Samsara.
Yeah, it was. I didn't like that.
Mm.
But like these Natlan Archon quest,
Yeah.
I literally was like over there crying and shit. You know, I think I agree. You said an 8. I think an 8 is a good rating.
Yeah.
Yeah, R&R quest, bro. I have PTSD from the R&R shit. Going back to the criteria. What about the UI?
I don't know if it's just because I've been playing this one the longest, so I have the most experience with looking at everything. One thing I really, really appreciate about Genshin is that everything looks different. Like,
Yes.
so these artifacts, they came up with a different design for all of them. They don't all look like CDs.
Yeah.
I can easily tell what's what. But, like, when it comes to
Artifacts.
strong boxing things and crafting things, like you have to go to the crafting bench. You can't just click on it, which it's an open world game, so I kind of get that.
Yeah. But they did enhance it by letting us view characters inside the crafting bench UI.
Yeah, but I feel like this game's been out for 3 years or more. Like, why did it take them that long to do that?
Yeah.
And I like the UI, but I don't. If I had to rate it, I guess I'd give it like a 7. What did I give the other games?
You gave ZZZ 10, and you gave WuWa a 5.
Okay, then 7, yeah.
I give it an 8.
Now I'm gonna play some in-game stuff to see.
Open fire.
Yep. See, easy peasy.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. All right, combat. Give me a rating. Give me the pros and the cons, and then give me a rating.
The cons are that it doesn't have like the sort of exciting satisfaction that ZZZ has and WuWa has to an extent.
Because you're a masochist, and you want it to be
No.
harder than it is.
No, because there's no like, it doesn't feel like fast paced, like, oh shit, dodge, counter,
Yeah.
blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel exciting like that. But the unique abilities that the characters have and the way the characters work together make it satisfying in a different way. 7.5 out of 10. Final answer.
7.5 out of 10.
Correct.
Yeah, I think I agree.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like the satisfaction, especially of like Hyperbloom. I like seeing the Hyperblooms. Like, I like that. I like the reactions. What about character building?
Wow, I think it's annoying that it's so difficult to get good artifacts and stuff. I enjoy the struggle of it. So I feel like I'm going to rate this higher than I should.
Yeah, I mean, like, I also feel like it's kind of annoying having to get all the flowers and stuff, but also I kind of like it.
Right?
Yeah. I guess I'm a masochist in that way.
It's either a 7.5 or an 8.
I was gonna give it an 8.
Okay, then I'll do the same.
Knock 'em down.
Our last criteria is character design.
I feel like these designs are going to be way more detailed.
Oh, yeah. That's why I'm like 10 out of 10, bro. Like, yeah, Shilona's 10 out of 10. And her tail looks like an actual tail.
I agree. It does look like
Like
an
it's
actual tail.
and it's like coming from her body.
Oh,
Oh my god. Peak.
peak.
20 out of 10.
20 out of 10, huh?
100 out of 10. Look at those boots. They're thigh highs. Thigh highs. Only Nuvi can pull off thigh highs, bro.
Yeah, he can pull it off.
He's
but
got
it's-
brass knuckles. Let's go. He's like majestic as fuck.
Peak.
Oh, Ningguang is good. But Mona? Damn.
Like, come on. Have we rated everything?
You haven't rated Genshin's character designs.
9 out of 10.
Are we ready for the ratings, guys?
We are ready for the ratings.
All right. The highest,
It's Genshin.
of course.
Really? I knew it. I was like, we're so biased. It's going to be Genshin.
You gave Genshin an 8.1. I gave Genshin an 8.5.
Okay.
All right. Then coming into second place, not that close at all, is ZZZ. You gave ZZZ 7.3. I gave ZZZ 6.
Okay.
And then in last place comes WuWa.
Not surprising.
You gave WuWa a 6.2. I gave it a 5.5.
So wait, what is my difference between WuWa and ZZZ?
Like 1.1.
I'm surprised I was that harsh on WuWa.
Yeah. I'm surprised I was even harsher.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the overall. I averaged out. I added them, then
I'm sure the
divided,
good love
got
the
the
adventurer.
overall average.
So, to no one's surprise, Genshin ranked highest for both of us.
Of course.
But with my new and updated ZZZ score, the difference between my Genshin and ZZZ rating is 0.1. So they're basically tied.
Mine's still pretty much went from 6
Six.
to 6.5 for ZZZ.
Yep.
So it wasn't that big of a jump.
But still, thank you guys so much for watching. This was a different video, the first kind of video we've done like this. But
It was fun.
yeah, it was. So we'll probably do more like it, especially if you guys like it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for watching. And hit subscribe, like, comment, all that shit.
Yeah. Come hang out with us in Discord,
Yep.
you know, Twitch, all the thingamabobs.
Yep. And we will see you in the next video.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.